Hello friends, welcome to Gentleman Cadet Academy GCA. Hope you all are doing good. So today the video is regarding topic ASEAN, that is Association of Southeast Asian Nations, and this is again a very high level lecture topic, and the questions related to this can be asked in personal interview, and you can also use this content in some of the GD topics. So this video is going to be in crisp form, and I'll cover the data only relevant to SSB. So again, without wasting any time, let us start. So let us start with the basic information about ASEAN. So ASEAN basically refers to the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, and it is a regional intergovernmental organization that consists of 10 Southeast Asian countries, which promotes political and economic cooperation and also the regional stability. So basically it was formed in 1967 amid the tensions of Cold War, and it was established with the primary aim of promoting regional peace and stability while also preventing the spread of communism in Southeast Asia. And over the decades, it has evolved significantly, expanding its goal to become a cornerstone of diplomacy, economic growth, and cooperation among its member states. So basically, at starting, there were only 5 members, which included Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand. And over the time, 5 more countries joined, which were Vietnam, Laos, Myanmar, Cambodia, and Brunei. Now, talking about the basic organization of the ASEAN. So, ASEAN operates through several key mechanisms to coordinate and implement its policies effectively. The first is the ASEAN Summit, which serves as the highest decision-making body, comprising of the heads of state or the government from member states, and it convenes twice a year to set strategic directions and address regional issues. Supporting the summit is the ASEAN Secretariat, which is based in Jakarta, Indonesia, and this plays a vital role in facilitating day-to-day operations, implementing policies, and coordinating efforts among member states. Then there is ASEAN Coordinating Council, which is made up of foreign ministers, which ensures effective decision-making and the implementation of ASEAN agenda. And furthermore, there is sectoral ministerial bodies, which focus on specific areas such as trade, agriculture, defense, and environment. Then talking about its deep relations with the key partners, so we have ASEAN plus threes, which involve ASEAN plus 3 more countries, that are China, Japan, and South Korea, and they mainly focus on security, financial, and economic cooperation. Then there is East Asia Summit, which involves countries like US, Russia, India, New Zealand, and Australia, and they basically discusses the security issues at the global scale. Then there is ASEAN Regional Forum, which is basically a platform for the consultation and the dialogue on the political and security issues. Then we have the ASEAN Free Trade Agreement, and it has signed a lot of free trade agreement with major economies of the world, which include India, China, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, and which further enhances trade and investment across the region. Now, talking about its major role in ensuring the regional stability, so it has played a vital role in managing the conflicts across the region. For example, in its mediation efforts in South China Sea disputes highlight its commitment to regional cooperation and stability, and also by encouraging dialogue among member states and between the ASEAN and the China. And the organization aims to mitigate tensions. And the proposed code of conduct for the South China Sea is a crucial framework which is intended to ensure the peaceful resolution of disputes and maintain freedom of navigation in these contested water. Then talking about the Myanmar crisis, so as we know that the situation in Myanmar poses a significant challenge for ASEAN. So, and following the 2021 military coup, the bloc has faced internal divisions regarding its response. Some states advocate for a more robust stance, including sanctions and diplomatic pressure, while others prefer engagement and dialogue. And the ASEAN 5-point census adopted in April 2021 aimed to address the crisis, but its implementation has faced numerous obstacles, reflecting the complexities of the regional politics. Then talking about the counter-terrorism, ASEAN has recognized the threat of transitional terrorism, especially the rise of extremist groups in Southeast Asia. Initiatives like ASEAN Convention on Counter-Terrorism and ASEAN Plan of Action to Combat Transitional Crime aim to enhance cooperation in intelligence sharing, capacity building, and law enforcement. And by fostering collaboration among member states, it seeks to strengthen regional security and resilience against terrorism. Talking about its economic importance, it had been a major player in the global trade and investment. It's the 5th largest economy, and its combined GDP exceeding $3 trillion positions it as a crucial economic bloc, contributing to global markets and providing numerous trade opportunities. Then talking about the FDI, the region is increasingly appealing to foreign investors due to its diverse industries. Sectors like manufacturing, electronics, and agriculture, they are particularly attractive drawing substantial investment from major global players such as China, US, Japan, and the European Union. Then talking about the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, which is RCEP. So this landmark trade agreement not only solidifies ASEAN's role in regional trade, but also enhances economic ties with major economies like China and Japan. And by covering 30% of the global GDP, RCEP is poised to significantly influence trade patterns, economic growth in the Asia-Pacific region. So ASEAN's economic strategies and partnerships are pivotal for maintaining its status as a vital player in the global economy. Now, talking about the challenges which ASEAN is facing today. So, there are numerous challenges that ASEAN is facing today. The very first is the internal division. So, ASEAN's commitment to consensus can lead to paralysis when member states have different views, especially regarding territorial disputes in the South China Sea. And this often hampers collective action and response to regional crises. Then there are economic disparities. The economic gap between member states poses a significant challenge for ASEAN's goal of economic integration. So wealthier nations like Singapore can dominate regional initiatives, while less developed countries, they struggle to catch up, hindering equitable growth across the region. Then the third is the geopolitical pressures. The strategic location of ASEAN countries make them pawns in the geopolitical rivalry between China and the US, and members must navigate their relationships carefully to avoid alienating either power while seeking economic benefits, complicating ASEAN's stance on regional issues. Then fourth is the human rights concern. So the principle of non-interference protect member states' sovereignty, but can prevent ASEAN from addressing severe human abuses. And this has led to criticism, particularly regarding the situation in Myanmar post-coup and issues in Cambodia and Thailand, where freedom of expression is under threat. Now, moving to the ASEAN's role in global affairs. So the first is the climate change. ASEAN has recognized climate change as a critical challenge, particularly given the region's vulnerability to environmental issues such as rising sea levels, extreme weather, deforestation. And the initiatives for handling this include environmental sustainability. So the member states are implementing policies to promote sustainable development and protect biodiversity. Then collaborations on projects aimed at mitigating climate impacts, sharing best practices, and mobilizing resources for disaster preparedness and response. Then second is the COVID-19 response. So the COVID pandemic underscored the importance of regional cooperation in public health, and there are coordinated efforts. ASEAN established a COVID-19 response fund and coordinated strategies for vaccine distribution, which included a focus on equitable access across member states. Then talking about the healthcare disparities, the response also revealed significant disparities in health system, with some countries facing more challenges in terms of infrastructure, vaccine access, and healthcare quality. Then third is the digital economy. So ASEAN is actively pursuing integration into the global digital economy, recognizing the importance of technology for future growth. First is the e-commerce development. Initiatives are being put in place to enhance digital payment system and support small and medium enterprises. Then talking about the infrastructure investment, member states, they are also investing in technology infrastructure to improve connectivity and competitiveness, with a focus on building a resilient digital ecosystem. Now moving to the most important part of the video, the importance of ASEAN for India. So questions related to this particular portion can be asked in personal interview. For example, interviewing officer can ask you, what is the importance of ASEAN for India, how it is important, and why it is important. ASEAN is highly significant for India in terms of economic, strategic, and geopolitical interest, and India's relationship with ASEAN is rooted in its Act East policy, which emphasizes stronger engagement with Southeast Asia, and it is aimed at enhancing political, economic, and security ties. So talking in detail, the first is economic significance. Trade and investment. ASEAN is one of India's largest trading partner, and in the recent year, India-ASEAN trade has been growing steadily, with a trade volume of over 110 billion as of 2022. An Indian-ASEAN free trade agreement in goods and services has strengthened economic relations, facilitating greater trade flows and investment between two regions. Then talking about the economic diversification, ASEAN allows India to diversify its trade away from dependence on traditional partners like China and the US. Then talking about the second point, that is the geopolitical and strategic importance. So India sees ASEAN as a central to its vision of free, open, and inclusive Indo-Pacific, and ASEAN countries are located at the crossroads of Indo-Pacific, making them key partners in maintaining regional stability. And through various frameworks like ASEAN East Asia Summit, India promotes peace, freedom of navigation, and ruler-based order in Indo-Pacific, counterbalancing China's growing influence. Then Talking about security and counter-terrorism cooperation, so ASEAN countries, they are sharing concerns about maritime security, terrorism, and cyber threats, and have engaged India in security dialogue and initiatives. Then third is the connectivity and the infrastructure development. So India has been working to improve physical connectivity with ASEAN through projects such as the India, Myanmar, Thailand Trilateral Highway and Kaladan Multimodal Transport Project, which basically aim to improve road, rail, and port infrastructure linking India with Southeast Asia, promoting better trade routes and regional integration. Then fourth is the cultural and people-to-people ties. So India shares deep cultural and civilization links with many ASEAN countries. Buddhism and Hinduism, they spread from India to Southeast Asia, leaving a rich legacy in countries like Thailand, Cambodia, and Indonesia. And a significant Indian diaspora in countries like Singapore, they plays a crucial role in strengthening ties between India and ASEAN, which is contributing to business, academics, and technological sectors. Moving to the last part of the video, that is the future of the ASEAN. So ASEAN's Vision 2025 emphasizes key areas such as economic resilience, connectivity, and people-centered development. By fostering deeper integration, ASEAN also aims to reduce economic disparities within the region and also to create a more robust and competitive single market. And in terms of security and diplomacy, ASEAN has become a crucial platform for addressing regional disputes and fostering dialogue through mechanisms like ASEAN Regional Forum and East Asia Summit. And as a neutral player, its diplomatic efforts contribute to stabilizing the region, particularly in managing tensions in the South China Sea and other strategic areas. And finally, ASEAN's focus on inclusive growth highlights the importance of narrowing development gaps between its wealthier and less developed members. And this includes promoting education, healthcare, and social protection programs to ensure that all the segments of population benefit from economic progress. So friends, this is all about ASEAN. I have tried to keep this video as short as possible. Hope this video will be helpful in your upcoming SSB. Until then, keep watching, keep learning, and keep preparing. Best of luck for your upcoming SSB. Thank you.